What's up, everybody? It's Candace Glover, and you're listening to The Biz with D.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to The Biz with D right here, right now on My First Wings Radio with your one and only rock star on the mic, David Duane. And right now we have Candace Glover on the line with us. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for coming on the show. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
No doubt. So, you are the winner last season of American Idol. Got to say congratulations on that because that's a huge thing.
Yeah, it really is. It's been a whirlwind, but I'm having a really great time.
And you actually, were on the show for about, you came back on the 9th season, the 11th season, and the 12th, right?
Yeah, so I did 3 different years. So it was like 2009, then I skipped a year, and then I did season 11 and made it a little bit further, and then season 12, I just won the whole thing.
That's incredible. And how, what kept you going throughout the whole, each time that you tried it and kept trying it, kept you going?
I think the fact that I just knew that if I kept going, then it would happen. I remember singing for like 25 hours a week, and I just knew that there was more out there for me musically, and I knew that I'm from a beautiful island, beautiful town, and I just knew that there was more out there for me, so I just couldn't stay away, and I knew that if I kept going, it would happen.
Absolutely, and that's a good thing that you just kept on going and trying, because there's a lot of people that tried and they're just like, I'm gonna give up. I just can't. Like my sister, who was was third runner-up on Idol with Carrie Vazo Solomon, she even said herself like she had to keep going to get to how far she got in her second go round. So definitely got to commend you on that.
Yeah. That's definitely, what I would tell anybody, especially, like your sister said, even though it might crush you sometimes, when you don't get as far as you thought you would or that you had hoped. But if you keep going, then and you know that you have that talent, then it'll happen.
Most definitely. And I gotta ask you, what was like your favorite song to like sing on the show, like throughout the season that you were on?
My favorite song, I think, had to be Love Song, which is why I put it on my album. It's like the bonus song on my album. It was my favorite song ever to sing on the show, and I remember the producers and everybody kind of saying, this song, what are you going to do with it? We don't know where you're going to go, and I just told them to trust me because I knew that it would be, a great moment for me, especially, the previous week I didn't do as well as I thought I should have, so I felt like I had a lot to prove. So I think that Love Song was kind of like the turning point for me, that I showed everybody that I belonged there and that I should be there. So I think that was my favorite week as well as my favorite performance.
Absolutely. And let's talk about Music Speaks, since you kind of, already brought it in. And I love how it debuted at number 14 on Billboard Top 200. Congratulations on that, because, that right there is like, who can even say that they even got their album even debuted like that?
Right. That was an amazing feeling. And the night that it came out, it was like 11:30, so it didn't come on iTunes. Probably around 11:45 it came out, and it went to number 1 after like 30 minutes of being out, and I was just crying and screaming. My sister ran in the room wondering what was wrong with me, because I was just so, overwhelmed with everything that was going on. I didn't know. I was hopeful, but I didn't know that the reception would be as good as it was. Mm-hmm. But and to debut on the Billboard 200 at number 3 on the R&B charts after Beyonce, the Queen Beyonce, and then Toni Braxton and Babyface and all these great legends that have come before me, to be in the same company as them in the top 3 was amazing as well.
That's incredible. And let me ask you, because it seemed like, just the recording process of the album came really quick. Like, you were announced as the winner, then it was like, boom, the pre-order went, like, immediately up fast. Did you already, like, have an idea in your head about, the name of your album? Or how did that all happen? Because it seemed really quick. I'm just curious to find out.
Yeah, the initial plan that American Idol actually had was to let the winner's album come out on July 16th, which was exactly 2 months after the finale, because the finale was on May 16th. So I think around top 3, we had to start thinking about what the name of our album would be. And so that's basically the only thing that I had set in stone already. I hadn't recorded any songs because I was so busy with the show. But right after the show, I started going into the studio, and it was like full force. Like head first and everything into the studio, and I just kind of, being realistic about everything. I don't think a good quality album would have been recorded in 2 months, so I decided to push it back.
Right.
I think that waiting was the best choice for me, knowing how, particular I am about certain things. So I'm glad that I actually did, and I'm glad that it's getting the good feedback that it is.
Absolutely. And it is good that you said, you know what, I don't think, coming out with an album 2 months that quick would be great for me. I mean, hey, to each his own. It does work for everybody when there's like a certain like demand and stuff like that. But, you want to give yourself enough time to really, produce a great product. You're not under like pressure, but you're under like heavy pressure though.
Yeah, I definitely was under a lot of pressure at first, especially knowing that I had only 2 months. I would literally have to be in the studio every single day, for it to come out and be the way that I wanted it to. And then plus, it still wouldn't be, enough time. So I think that pushing it back, I had a chance to think a little bit more and get some better songs and even do some writing and stuff like that. So, like I said, I'm really proud of the decision that I made. And like you said, it would work. It would probably work for someone else. But me, being the type of person that I am, I know that I would have been kicking myself probably every day, not liking a song or wishing that I had taken more time. And so I'm glad, everything happens for a reason. So I'm glad that that's the decision that I made.
No doubt. And I mean, with the project you've worked with, the Underdogs, Mike Will, Jasmine Sullivan, D. Mile, who's an incredible producer, Rodney Jerkins, Fantasia, like, on your first album, like, how does it feel to know that you've had, like, all those incredible people came together with you to just create something that was fantastic in history?
Well, at first, I was very, very surprised that I was going to get a chance to go into the studio with people like Rodney Jerkins and Rock City and the Underdogs and Harvey Mason and all of them. Just the fact that they, took time out of their schedule, and I was actually a part of their schedule, and they believed in me and believed in my album and actually thought that I had some good quality music. That means a lot, because a lot of people think that American Idol is just kind of like a cheesy talent show, that people can just watch every now and then with their family.
Right.
Stuff like that, but people are actually, going on there so they can start their career. And I thought that it would take a while for people in the industry to actually take me seriously. But to know that I actually, after winning and having Harvey Mason tell you that you're amazing, and having Rodney Jerkins tell you that you have some really great music and stuff like that, people that have worked with people like Whitney Houston, to know that they think that I'm amazing is still, I still have to pinch myself every now and then.
And that's phenomenal right there. Like, I mean, you have to pinch yourself, because, I mean, it's like, it's so real. And a lot of people don't believe that anything that you set your mind out to do is possible, especially in the first album.
Definitely.
Like, you can do anything.
Yeah, anything you want to do. And I don't think that anybody should let people tell them, well, I don't think you should do that, or maybe you should do this. But if it's in your heart and you're passionate about it, then you're supposed to go after it, because God gives everybody different gifts for different reasons, and it's all at the end of the day to help people. So that's what I always say. I want my music to help people out, and I know that this was a talent that God gave me. Like, it was a God-given talent, so I want to help everybody as much as I can. So I couldn't stop, and I couldn't stop after the first time getting cut, because I knew that there was something out there, for me, and I had a purpose in my life.
For sure. And your first single, Cried, I absolutely love that. Just the fact of Jasmine Sullivan sent that record for you, no problem, to record. How did that make you feel? Like, because she's one of your favorites. How'd that make you feel?
Oh my gosh, I think that Jasmine Sullivan is so talented. Just knowing, I found her actually on YouTube a couple years ago, and she's my favorite singer in the whole world. And to know that she knew me and sent music over to me, for me to listen to, and then she was on the demo. So imagine how I was sitting in there. I love the song just because she sent it herself, and she sings with such, emotion and everything. So sitting there listening to it with the producers and my manager and all of them, I fell in love with it from the first time I heard it, and I couldn't wait to get in the studio. And modeling after her with like runs or doing scatting or whatever it is, to know that I'm going to go in the studio and like do this song after Jasmine Sullivan, which is something I've been doing before I even went on American Idol, was studying her. That whole thing was just really, really surreal to me.
I know that's right. And then how about the track Fantasia co-wrote on In the Middle. How was that for you?
In the Middle was actually presented to me around top 40. So this was way before I even thought about winning American Idol.
Okay.
And they came in and they just wanted to get a feel for how we were as artists and if we enjoyed certain types of music. And the very first time that I heard In the Middle, of course, Fantasia was on the demo as well. I heard it and I wanted to download it. I thought that they were just playing us stuff that was already on the radio. And I said, well, I haven't heard the song. Can I download it? But it was actually, written by her and it wasn't given to anyone. So she gave it over to me, and I was really, really honored knowing that we're in the same, alumni for American Idol, and to know that she knew who I was. And just, I'm still very, very surprised to know that all of these legendary people actually know my name and know who I am. I still run into celebrities now and have them come up to me before I even get the courage to go to them because they know me. So that whole thing is still crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, if it was me, I would be like, woo, yes. Like you said it before, I couldn't even say it to you. Like, that, I don't even know what that feeling could be like for myself because it's never happened yet in any light of life for me. But I could only imagine that it's a damn good feeling.
It's, to have those people come up to you first and know who you are, that's crazy. Especially when you've been watching and looking up to them and they inspire you so much.
Absolutely. So now are you going to go on tour to, promote this album, come to New York, do some, different shows? What do you got lined up?
Well, I want to. I definitely want to get a tour together, and even if I open up for someone or do something like that, it would be really amazing. But I just left Montreal in Canada, and I was doing a movie. So that's another thing that happened. I've never done, any acting, professionally before. I used to act at church and at school and at different stuff like that. But that is going to be really fun. It's going to be on the Hallmark Channel. It's a Christmas movie coming out in December. So that's cool. And then I have just different shows and stuff to promote the album, but a tour would definitely be something that I would look forward to doing.
I can't wait, especially with the fact that you just said Hallmark, a movie, you oh my goodness. It's going to be a great
Hallmark
Christmas.
is the channel whenever Christmas comes around. So that was, an honor.
And that's huge. Oh my gosh, congratulations. Who
Yeah.
can say that they did that after winning Idol? Go ahead, Candace. I'm serious. That's phenomenal. Do you plan on doing, more acting? How did you feel with acting, for this role particularly?
It was really different at first, but the thing about it is with acting and singing, when you sing on American Idol and it's a live show and millions of people are watching when you look into the camera, if you mess up, then you just messed up, and everybody in the world knows that you messed up on that song. But with acting, it's different because if you mess up, you can just start over and you can just do it again. So they made the process very very easy. They don't make it a painful process, and the main character is actually Kelly from Saved by the Bell. Her name is Tiffany Amber Thiessen. So she's the main character, and I watch her every morning before I went to school. So I met her, and she was really sweet, and they made the process very easygoing for me. So at first I thought it was going to be really weird, but it was actually a good experience.
That's incredible. Well, Kansas, I can't wait to see that and, to see what else you decide to do with your career. Because, seriously, you're about to take off. You're taking off right now, but seriously, I can already see it. You're going to be
Yeah, thank you so much. That means a lot. I'm looking forward to everything that's, going to come in the future.
Absolutely. Just keep motivated, and sky's the limit.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Anytime. So, Candace, before we have you do the drop for us, tell everybody where they can find you on social media and where they can get the album.
Okay, Music Speaks is on iTunes now. It's also on Amazon, and you can get it in Walmart, Best Buy, and Target and everything. On Twitter, my name is Candace Glover. It's Candace with an I, Candice. And my Instagram is Candace Glover, and then my Facebook is facebook.com/Candace Glover Music. So it's pretty simple, but everybody just follow me, and I hope y'all like the album. What's up, everybody? It's Candace Glover, and you're listening to The Biz with D.